Hey everybody, today on the mountain I've got a lot to share. I'm going to try to do it in bullet points so I won't bore you. But this year 2022, my year word was miracles. I was determined to find blessings, silver linings in dark clouds, good things happening even when the world is kind of crashing down around, because there's always something good. So my year word was miracles. Now, let me tell you, the last few years have been such a pain in everybody's ass. It's been difficult. If you've been following me, you know what's transpired with the fire, and then here comes COVID, and then I've lost my dye business and haven't been able to do seminars because we've shut down and locked down and all of that. Trying to find a new way forward has been really challenging. So that's why this year, miracles was so important to me. Now, many of you also know that from a business standpoint, I couldn't dye fabric anymore. I lost my dyer. I couldn't get the fabric in, so we didn't have fabric to dye. And I was able to manage through that without losing the shirt off my back. But nonetheless, life has been difficult. But I've done my best to stay positive and encouraging, not only for myself and my own mental well-being, but also to be an example that there is a way through difficult times. Now, I put my building in Levita, Colorado, where I do my workshops and my retreats. It also houses my dye facilities, and it houses the warehousing and shipping that we do, which is not a lot, but still there has to be a place to do that work. I put that building up for sale to get out from under the overhead of that building and to kind of find what is the new page. That kind of meant I wasn't going to be doing any more workshops there. And it basically meant that I wouldn't have a place to dye fabric because I can't do it out here on the mountain. This place has a well and it has a septic, so I can't be doing dyeing in this environment. So a lot of things have been changing. The building was on the market starting in June, and it really didn't seem like things were going to happen. But I'm going to tell you, one of the best miracles of the year has finally happened, and I didn't want to spoil it or jinx it by telling you prior. But last week, I closed on the building. So the building sold, which means I don't have the building anymore. But here's the best thing of all. It is truly a miracle. The lady that has bought my building, her name is Jennifer. Jennifer's a quilter. She was a student. She had participated at a quilt retreat in Levita at my place. She had a vision for opening her own retreat facility. She told me this a few years ago. She continued that vision, and finally she thought, I could do what I want to do in that space. She is opening it as a retreat workshop / conference center where people could do quilt retreats. You could do quilt retreats, photography workshops, scrapbooking workshops, spiritual retreats, yoga retreats, a place for people to come and gather, wedding receptions, and so forth. And the best of all, I'm going to continue renting my upstairs warehouses and dye space. When I need to do a workshop, I will rent that space. Talk about miracles. I'm telling you all, you have to stay positive. You have to push through whatever challenges are facing. I know my challenges are not over, but I know there's always a way forward. It has truly been month by month, scraping by, but I'm at a place now where I'm starting to see light at the end of the tunnel, and I couldn't do it without you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. The other thing I want to tell you is that miracle of Rosie's return. Oh my gosh, the fact that she came back right before Thanksgiving after 3 full nights and 3 full days of being out in single-digit temperatures, her return has been one of the most heartwarming miracles that I've ever experienced. There are silver linings in every cloud. I'm going to leave you with this. In 1979, I was 23 years old. Wichita Falls, Texas was hit by one of the largest tornadoes in history. The town was devastated. 5,000 houses were destroyed. 47 people were killed. It was horrendous, and our house was destroyed in that tornado. My car was actually in the living room on top of my brand new graduation present, which was my grand piano. My granny came to see the devastation. We stood in the driveway with all of this debris around us. She took my hand in hers and she said to me, "Ricky boy, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of bad things." But she said, "I want you to remember something. There's nothing that's ever happened that couldn't have been worse." I was standing there in that devastation looking at having everything gone, but my parents made it into the storm cellar 20 seconds before that tornado hit. It could have been worse. So I don't know what challenges you're facing, but as we come to the end of this year and we look forward to next year, just know there's always a way forward. There's always hope. There's always a silver lining in the dark clouds. And I hope for you, the next year, 2023, will be an amazing year, and that you'll find hope and goodness and love and light everywhere you look, because it's always there. Thank you again for being part of my family, and God bless every one of you.